Hello everyone. I am Bhumika and I'm so excited to welcome you all to this video. Today, we are diving into one of the most powerful form of communication and which is persuasive writing. Words have power. I hope you have heard about it. They can shape the opinions, spark the changes, and even move nations. But what's the real magic? That happens when we learn how to use our word persuasively to influence or to persuade someone, to convince someone, and to inspire the actions. In this video, I'll guide you about persuasion, what is persuasive writing, why it matters, and how can you use it to make your writing stronger, smarter, and more impactful. So, are you ready? Yes, let's get started. I'm going to present my screen and we will start discussing about persuasive writing. Okay, it's not only persuasive writing is not only in speaking, it is also about in writing. And everybody wants that whoever reads my writing will get convinced, will be happy after reading. And that's what persuasive writing is. So before I deep dive inside the topic of persuasive writing, I shall inform you first of all what is persuasive. Okay, have you ever seen your mom persuading you or convincing you for eating all the green vegetables? Yes. And that's what persuasion is. That's what persuasion is. And that's what convincing power that she has, right? While she speaks, she motivates you by saying, it has proteins, it has this much powers, it will give you this energy. And she tells you each and everything good. And you'll be like, okay, mom, let's have it. And this is what persuasive writing power is all. Okay. So in our today's session, I'm also going to teach you by which we can persuade our readers, they will get convinced easily from your writing. So how to go ahead with this? Let's get started with the same. Okay. So what is persuasive text? As I said, persuasive text is which argue a point of view to convince the reader to agree with the author. So maybe like if I want you to convince, or maybe you want me to convince for something, you will persuade me, right? You will tell me some good points about something. For example, let's take an example that you like burger a lot, but I say no, don't eat burgers and all. So isn't it you will try to put a point of view of yours? You will share, ma'am, burger is good, it is healthy, it's just made up of breads, and I'm sure you will come up with a lot of action items, right? You will come up with a lot of things or reasons to make me convinced towards your thought. And that's what persuasive text is. So when a point of view to convince the reader means, let's say I am your reader, to agree so that I can get agree with the point shared by you, right? But what is in a persuasive text by which everybody gets convinced or by which people get convinced because of it? So we have three things. One is opening statement. Second is arguments. When I say opening statement, arguments, and conclusion, what are they? Opening statement means like the way we start our point, the way we introduce our point of view, right? Let's say even if I like junk foods, maybe burger, but I start with like saying the junk food are goods, but not good for kids. I mean, I am already in the negative point of view, right? So I should start always with the introduction about my point of view, that what I feel about. And of course, I should be positive about it. Or maybe if I'm sharing something negative, then I should be negative. I cannot go to positive. So one action should be there. You have to introduce your point of view, which is your opening statement. After that, you have to go for your argument. Argument means when you like something, isn't it you give some reasons behind it that that is the reason I like it? Yes. Here also, after introducing about your point of view, you'll give the arguments. Argument means the reasons that why do you like it. Maybe like you'll give three reasons, and at the end you will give a conclusion. Conclusion means you will summarize whatever the arguments that you have given, and of course you will repeat your point of view. Okay, repeat your point of view means what all you have written in the above text, you are going to say at the end that this is what I'm trying to say in conclusion, or therefore. These are the words that we use actually in conclusion. I'm going to teach you those words also in the coming slides. But this is the way we follow. We start with an opening statements, then argument, and at the end the conclusion. And I'm sure this is clear to all of you. Let's proceed ahead. Now, what is the organization of it? How do we organize it? We always organize our persuasive text in the form of the paragraphs so that it will be easy for us to read. I mean, the one who is reading he should get understand. You should not like blah 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 full and without even leaving space in the paragraph. No, this is one of the way. I mean, I have already explained this in one of my video, that we should always write a paragraph with some spaces. Every time whenever you are sharing some new information, you have to leave a space. So whatever you write, you should write in a paragraph will by having some lines or some blanks in between, then only it will be good paragraph, right? So whenever you say persuasive text, it should be organized in the form of paragraph, and of course it should be easy to read also. Now, what is in a persuasive text? Like what is inside this persuasive text? Let's see. There is always an opening paragraph. We call it as an opening statement. It has a list of arguments. Then it has a main body paragraph. We say like when we include one arguments in each paragraph, then we give supporting arguments for two reasons, like why do we support, why do we like this, and at the end we give a concluding paragraph summarizing your arguments and then restating your point of view. So when I'm explaining this, what I'm trying to say, let's take an example of voting. Okay, we should give vote, or I'm sure in your school also there is an always one vote organized for schools, school kids. I'll give an example for it. So let's take an example. You are in school and your teacher said that there's gonna be a voting for one of the student and you have to choose the monitor. Okay, how will you start? Okay, the most important thing is you should start with an introduction. Good afternoon or good morning, everyone. My name is Bhumika, and I would like to explain why you should vote for me in the student council election, which is happening on May 1st. So, did you see? I started with my introduction. What is the topic? Topic is simple, like why should you vote me? So, I'm trying to convince you by the speech which I'm going to give it to you now. Okay, listen to the speech clearly. Okay, I'm going to speak now. And then notice whether I followed this full points or not. I told you opening statement, then the arguments and the conclusion. Whether I am following or not, have a look now. Okay, let me start from the beginning. So, good afternoon, everyone. My name is Bhumika, and I would like to explain why you should vote for me in the student council election, which is going to happen on 1st of May. So, I have been attending the school since I was 5 years old. So, I care a lot about what all happens here. I learned a lot. I learned to read at this school. I lost my first tooth at this school, and even I have enjoyed every minute my time here. However, I think that together we could make some changes and that could benefit everyone. Okay. Furthermore, I'll make an excellent school counselor because I have really good ideas. I have shown this in my school work and in my projects as well. I know what children at this school want, and because I have a lot of friends and I talk a lot, I am a person who is not an introvert but an outrovert who can help you at every stage whenever you need help. I'm good at talking to adults, I'm good at talking with teachers, and I have a very good connections with the teachers. And it always says on my school reports as well. Additionally, I'm a trustworthy and honest, and this is extremely important, for a quality in a school mentor, I will say, or a monitor, I will say. And if my friends tell me a secret, they can depend on me for sure. I don't share with everybody. Just the other day, I found, 5 rupees in the playground, and I handled it straight to the office. I know 5 rupees is not a very big amount, but I still that. So I have explained why I'm undoubtedly the best monitor for this position for which I'm giving you a speech. And I know the school, I have the good ideas which I can communicate, and I am reliable and honest. So thank you. Please vote for me. Thank you. Okay. So did you see I have followed a proper format? I started with an introduction about my point of view. I gave an argument that why should you select me? And of course, at the end, I gave a conclusion as well. And that's what I want you all to follow the same. I'm sure this is all clear to you. So organization is clear. Let's talk about the features of persuasive text. I'm again going to share my screen with you. Have a look. Okay. So what are the features of persuasive text? So persuasive writing is written always in the present tense because we are sharing something which is happening. Let's say, children spend too much time doing homework. Dogs are the greatest pet for kids. Fidget spinners are a popular toy. So logical connectives, we always use in in this persuasive writing so that we can make the flow in the argument. If you notice, I have also used furthermore. I've also used additionally, right? So we should use because, we should use however, we should use this shows, therefore. These all are called as connectors, and that should we use in our speaking. Or I should not say speaking, it's all about in persuasive, whenever we have to go for a persuasive writing or speaking. Also, we should go for time connectives. Time connective means firstly, this happened. I mean, if I have to give three reasons that why I am the right person for the monitor position, then I should give three reasons. I can say firstly, secondly, and finally. So these are the three way, I mean, the way by which I can organize my thought. When we organize our thought, it looks better rather than meshing up saying something, then saying, hey, I'm a good one. Then you will say, why I'm good. No, you should start with the flow. What is the actual flow has to be. Okay. Next, let's have a look on some more features. Okay. Next feature says when writing persuasive text, you should always use facts. You should give evidence. And of course, you should give proofs for your argument. You should give a reasonable argument, which is most important, right? You should not say like, hey, I'm good in speaking, so that's why you can give vote to me. No, right? You have to give an example, like what all can help you. Your speaking good can how help others, right? You should interest the readers by using interesting and strong and emotive words, which I always say in creative writing also when I taught in my video, in one of my video, that creative writing is all about the way you put, words, the creative words. Same I'm talking here. Simple sentence help the reader to understand. So always use some simple sentence. You shouldn't be complex using a lot of but, because and all. I mean, you should use it, but not a lot, but sometimes. Okay. So next is persuasive writing is about informing the reader about the subject and of course convincing them. So that they should also agree with the point of view of yours. And that's what I'm trying to teach you, that what is persuasive writing. All right. Next, you should use, this is one of more feature we can say, using strong, clear, emotive language, which helps the reader to agree with you. And these are some of the phrases. Phrases means which you can actually use it in your writing, in your speaking, your persuasive phrases we have. It is outrageous that you can continue. I strongly believe, then you can continue. It is disgraceful that, it is concerning that, how could we possibly? I mean, these are some of the best phrases. Maybe you can learn them and you can utilize it. At least one or two we can learn and we can use it every time. We can't remember all, but yes, one or two is all okay for all of us. Yeah. Okay. So I have a question. I just now gave you one speech on voting, right? That you should vote me. So are you all get convinced to vote me as a monitor? Okay, give your replies to me as well. So would you be persuaded? You need to tell me. Now we have one persuasive text example too. We will be reading this example, and of course, let's understand how they have followed the same which I have followed in the speaking. Children should stop watching television. You know what the paragraph says. I strongly believe that watching television is bad for children. It's not educational. It creates laziness and it creates bad behavior. So if you see now, they've started firstly, secondly. So they are giving opinions. First of all, their topic introduction. Firstly, whatever their points is. Secondly, whatever their point is. I'm not going to read this. It's already written. You can definitely pause the video and you can check it out. Next, they have also mentioned finally, and of course at the end, the conclusion. So I hope this is clear, the reason behind going and following this proper organization, and it makes our text much better rather than writing one story without any gap. Nobody likes to read such. Okay, I hope you agree. Okay. We do have some topics for a persuasive text, which are given as follows. Maybe you can use one and whatever you're passionate about, you can choose one and you can definitely write on any one of them. Definitely you can share with us as well. This is the way we, write, and then only we can learn something better. So all children should have pets. You can use this topic also. You can state your opinion, then two reasons. You can compare with the partner's opinion and the reasons. That's what the topic also says, that all children should have pets. You can start with why everybody should have pet. Then you can give three arguments by saying firstly, secondly, thirdly, and at the end, conclusion. So this is all about persuasive text in my today's video. I hope you have liked it. You would have learned something new in my today's video, and see you all in my coming session. Thank you. Goodbye.